Welcome to Red Karawana, a place to experience diverse cultures. Greetings, I'm Renata, the founder of Red Karawana. I share stories about beautiful places and unique experiences. Today's episode, Spirituality of Tibetan People, is based on our journey to Tibet. We share with you a few inspiring traditions of the Tibetan people. The Tibetan Plateau is a wild, beautiful, and remote area of the world. Tibet, situated in a Tibetan plateau, is the land of sacred pilgrimage, spiritual mantras, and profound meditations. Traversing Tibet, we follow in the footsteps of the Tibetan people and observe countless manifestations of Tibetan Buddhism. The devout pilgrims make their spiritual journey, chanting their prayers, circumambulating sacred monasteries and temples. We observe mountains adorned with prayer flags, monks dressed in traditional red robes, and Tibetan people living a simple life. Winter is a peaceful time to visit the sacred places of Tibet and to observe devout Tibetan people. The days are cold, the sky is blue, and sunshine is plentiful. Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, is a spiritual pilgrimage destination with astounding palaces and sacred monasteries. The Jokang Temple is considered a sacred place by the Tibetans. Pilgrims arrive in the ancient part of Lhasa and follow the spiritual route. The Potala Palace is a symbol of Tibet's spirituality and vibrant culture. We walk among the thousands of Tibetan people making the pilgrimage and circling the palace. Wide-ranging mountainous terrain surrounds the Yerpa Valley and shelters the meditation caves. The Drak Yerpa meditation caves are inside limestone cliffs situated at the altitude of 4,000 meters. We walk toward the caves together with a continuous stream of Tibetan pilgrims. The ancient caves serve as a secluded meditation retreat for Tibetan pilgrims and monks. Tibetan Buddhism brought an era of spiritual devotion, lessons of compassion, and messages of peace. The Buddhist monks transcribe spiritual mantras, pictures, and symbols on flags, representing blessings and prayers. The Tibetan prayer flags come in 5 colors, each color expressing a meaning: blue sky, white clouds, red fire, green water, and yellow earth. The colorful flags hang on the mountaintops, in the valleys along the sacred lakes, carrying the message of peace. Tibetan prayer wheels, originally brought to Tibet by an Indian Buddhist teacher, reflect centuries of traditions practiced by the Tibetan Buddhists. The Tibetan prayer wheels come in a variety of styles and sizes, to be handheld or as large prayer wheels displaced nearby the Buddhist stupas and monasteries. The spiritual mantras placed inside the prayer wheels carry prayers and positive messages. The Tibetan pilgrims spin the prayer wheels clockwise and recite their mantras to develop a positive state of mind. The Tibetan pilgrimage, known as Kora, involves the circumambulation of monasteries, sacred lakes, spiritual mountains, and demonstration of respect to the holy person. The Tibetan pilgrims complete their pilgrimage walking or with full-body prostrations as they spin prayer wheel, chant mantras, or count rosary beads. Tibetan pilgrims, young and old, demonstrate incomparable spiritual devotion when they set out for their annual spiritual journey from many parts of Tibet, enduring many hardships. Throughout Tibet, ancient monasteries showcase Tibet's traditions and spirituality in the Tibetan art. The Tibetan artisans continue the traditions of creating vivid religious paintings, wooden furniture, weave carpets, and elaborate structures. Magnificent wooden ceilings show multicolored designs, floral motifs, and distinct Buddhist symbols. Tanga paintings are traditional Tibetan paintings created on cotton or silk and depicting Buddhist scenes. The Tibetan furniture is embellished with traditional themes such as floral motifs, animal designs, and religious symbols. A journey across Tibet reveals the fascinating and colorful Tibetan culture and traditions, celebrated and preserved everywhere in Tibet. Follow our Tibet travel itinerary and discover spiritual places, captivating culture, and breathtaking scenery.